Hello, my dear grade 8 students. Today we have a reading lesson titled To Fly by Neil deGrasse Tyson. The selection is found in your reading book. To start with, we've all been fascinated by flying. This is a thing that people have been fascinated by for the longest time. So, in your own opinion, why have people always been fascinated by the ability to fly? Why do you think we've always wanted to fly and soar up in the sky just like birds? And how long have we been trying to achieve that until it finally worked for us humans? Also, in the future, will we be able to accomplish flights that are thought to be impossible today? So nowadays we know that we can actually take flights to anywhere around the globe by means of airplanes. Also, people have been able to go to outer space through space shuttles. Do you think that there are some flights that are really impossible today and they would be able to be possible in the future? I want you to add these concept vocabulary words in your copybook, and they are only 6 words here. And the first word is myopic. It's an adjective, which means nearsighted physically. It also could mean unable to see clearly, not just physical things. It could mean to show a lack of understanding as well. Foresight is a noun, which means knowledge or insight gained by looking toward the future. Naivety is a noun, which means a quality of innocent simplicity. Prescient is an adjective, which means having knowledge of things before they happen. Enable is a verb, which means make possible. Seminal is an adjective, which means being the first of something that is later recognized as important. So please copy these words in your reading copybook. Read them carefully so that you will be able to understand them when they come through the selection. The background of the selection talks obviously about the history of human flight. So this history is closely tied to the history of speed. Flying has meant setting speed records. Heavy flying vehicles like airplanes have to move very quickly in order to stay in the air. And space shuttles also have to travel at a very high speed called escape velocity to get into space. So it's not just about getting up in the air, it's also about the speed that is put into that process. As you read the selection, you should perform the following steps of the first read. So first, notice how Tyson links flying to other topics such as mythology, history, popular culture, science, and fiction. So many Greek myths talk about humans trying to fly and the fate that they met while trying. Also, it's a part of popular culture in many cultures. So the author mentions some of that, not just science. He also mentions mythology and folk tales that talk about the ability to fly by humans. Also, mark the text that expresses the main ideas of the selection. Also, make connections beyond the text. That is, if you cannot make connections to your own lives or other texts that you read before, you can think of movies or TV shows or news reports that talk about flying and humans' ability to fly and how it has been accomplished. And finally, respond by answering comprehension check questions and writing a quick summary to demonstrate the understanding. So the selection falls into pages 465 through 470. Please read it carefully and do the steps that I've told you about. And complete the reading check questions 1, 2, 3, and 4, page 471 in your reading copybook. And submit by Tuesday of next week, would be Tuesday, April 28th. Have a good